Hi everybody, we're here with a MARDU reanimation style deck. This is a riff on an earlier Naya reanimator deck that I posted a little while back, but I wanted to take advantage of some of these black cards that I think are going to have another day in the sun now that Meathook Massacre has been banned. So the logic here is that we've got a similar package to the other deck, and that we've got early cards that kind of set up the draw-discard mechanic to get our reanimation targets in the grave. We've got the 3 drops here in Fable of the Mirror Breaker and Restoration to help us out with a little ramp, get us up to 5 mana faster so that we can Invoke Justice, one of these big cards. A few other things for flavor in here. We've got an Elder Dragon War and the Wandering Emperor, mostly to just help stay alive, make extra tokens, act as an extra win condition if we need it. Aside from that, taking a look at the mana base, it's a little rough, but most of the time we can get to 4 white mana on turn 5 when we need it, between treasures from the Fable and the creature that it creates, and our kind of weird-looking mana base over here. Wind-Scarred Crag is alright. We get to play it early most of the time and didn't cause me too many problems. The logic here with Toxrill is that since Meathook is gone, I think a lot of people are feeling like it's safe to play go-wide token strategies. And you know who loves to eat tokens? Tox-Daddy right here. We get to make some slugs. Can't take advantage of the draw a card ability unless we've got treasures, but often this card is enough to make those kind of decks fold on their own if they have no good way to get rid of it. Additionally, we've got Dusk Mangler, another good way to grind opponents out of the game, make them pay life, discard cards, and just kind of wear them down generally that way if Toxrill decides to not show up. All right, well, let's get to some of these games on the ranked standard ladder. I'm going to stay with you for some commentary, but as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. All right, this looks acceptable for MARDU reanimator purposes. Get that crag down. Start working up towards Invoke Justice, and we'll see if we can find something to put in the grave along the way. We'll discard the dog since we can get that back off a restoration in the future. Alright, and our opponent is on green-white enchantments. Well, I think Fable is the better card here. Not much pressure from the opponent. Might be able to get a couple of activations out of this goblin. All right, we pick up a Dusk Mangler. Hesitating there because I was thinking about keeping this Elder Dragon War around and getting rid of Catilda here. The dog is an enchantment, so if the dog dies, it goes down to 2/2, and then Catilda dies. Also leaves them with nothing to put Catilda back on. If we just straight up kill Catilda right now, they'd be able to bring it back as an aura next turn. Well, this says each creature and each opponent. Sorry, I thought it said each opponent's creature. It's probably like the 3rd time I've played Elder Dragon War. So, maybe behind on a treasure there, but we don't let him gain the life. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us. We're going to discard this Mangler to the Dragon War this turn. And we'll put a couple of counters on each thing. Discards a binding, meaning they have a second one in hand. Still nothing for them to put Catilda back on. All right, well, that'll wrap it up. Must have not had a way to deal with Kiki Jiki, so the Dusk Mangler train keeps on a-running. All right, good game. All right, here was some MARDU Reanimator. We're going to keep this. We have a Spirited Doggo and a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. We should be able to draw into the lands we need and drop old Tox-Daddy in the graveyard. Trespasser from the opponent means we need to wait till the last possible minute. We'll go ahead and get Fable online. Can probably pitch a Toxrill and a Pyre, perhaps. Ouch, ouch. Toxrill going to get eaten here, but not the best against what looks like a mid-rangey black deck.
You're ready to lose.
Get rid of Shieldred. Probably drop this other Emperor next turn to get rid of the Glutton.
Get for hurting my people. We've got the edge in this fight.
Sorry, just thinking there. Wondering if we want to do 2 spells to flip this Glutton back over. Because I might be okay with blocking with our Reflection. Alright, let's kill this Opportunist. Pass it on back there. I see. We'll grasp our Reflection. At least we've got this Doggo. I don't mind pyring that Trespasser because we can discard Dusk Mangler to the ward cost.
Bloody and righteous. My ways are not for the weak.
See you later. I am almost
Alright, we'll take advantage of that ward ability to pop the Mangler down there. We're still a couple of turns out from being able to play it. Although we have the mana. We'll get Restoration going. They've got enough mana to respond to this Pyre, so let's go ahead and get rid of the Sleeper now. They're still going to be able to draw cards with Sorin, but hopefully we can address that in the coming turns. Hopefully.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
Alright, we do have a dog down there. Get that for the card draw. Pull that final plains out. We still have enough to Emperor at the end of our opponent's turn. We'll probably flash that in and make a token. See if we can start pressuring this Sorin finally. And in response to this activation, we can flash it in.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide it like water.
Alright. Opponent opts to draw.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
We will make a token.
May your blade strike true.
Let's see. Count the mana. We've got enough to play this Mangler, so let's see if there's anything else we can get back. Looks like no. Probably just discard this Plains to the Mangler, and then we'll be able to get in at Sorin a little bit.
Remember your training.
Opponent discards a swamp there. Let's hit Sorin so he can't ultimate.
These wounds won't last.
Drag to the bottom.
You wish to know my secrets?
You can't
Well,
you can't just swap in drag to the bottom for Meathook Massacre in a monocolor deck. Like, maybe you've got Triomes in there, sure, but there's got to be better options than this. Alright. All to get rid of the Mangler, but it's a bad deal for the opponent. We are in a pretty good spot here.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Finally get Sorin off the board.
tragedy befalls us all.
Pass it back and draw with this Garden. They're going to exile the Wanderer.
Still have much.
All right, they exile our Wanderer. That'll wrap it up. All right, good game. All right, one more with this MARDU Reanimator style deck. We'll keep that because we can go into Companion or Informant on turn 2. Start laying these lands down on the way up to Dusk Mangler. We'll lead off with the Crag there. Okay, Ascendant Pack Leader. We'll just draw with the dog for now. We've got enough white mana if we don't naturally draw and Invoke Justice. I think we're going to go Fable just to get a look at the most cards while we put Mangler in the graveyard. Alright, opponent wakes up and does a Beast Caller. I think we'll go ahead and trade there. Augur of Autumn. Don't see that too much. No blocks from us. Definitely discard a few of these. Alright, no Invoke Justice here. But we do have some Pyres. Let's do it this way to prevent the, what is it? Prevent the Augur from getting the counters from the Beast Caller. With this treasure from the shaman, we're going to be able to pyre that too. Alright, pack leader into fight rigging. Might take a while for them to get there. Okay, another Fable for us. I think we'll pull out a Plains, draw with the dog. There's Toxrill. There's low odds that they block this, so let's get in, and that way if we draw a land next turn, we can just hard cast Toxrill. Oddity, that's a good one. No attacks, though. We've got a dog in the graveyard. Let's get a dog back and try to draw an untapped land here. There it is. Yep, I think that's better than copying one of our goblin tokens or a dog here. No attacks. We can sit back. Watch the slugs start rolling in. And that'll do it. All right. Yeah, tough for a green-red deck to answer a Toxrill, but good game. All right, we're back again. We've got 3 lands and the combo in our opening hand. This is definitely worth a keep. Opponent with a dockside chef. It always looks like, what is it, Beat Takeshi, that guy from the kind of Japanese filmmaker. Let's go ahead and dog here. We can probably lay this tap land on turn 3. At this point, we're just trying to set it up so that we dump Toxrill in the graveyard. End of opponent's 4th land drop. Or, you know what I mean. Our turn 4. Opponent making some more food for Tox-Daddy. Yep, now's a great turn to lay a tap land. Hallowed Haunting, alright. A little more food. Opponent playing blue, though. That's weird. Let's see. We'll keep our dog for now. Opponent draws, and we're going to wait on this pyre one more turn. Alright, since we know we're pyring, one more tap land and pass. I'll probably get rid of this other pain land here. Yep, Hallowed Haunting. Another wedding announcement. Not going to block any of these because it's just more food for Toxrill. Opponent has 1 white and 1 black up, so I don't think they're going to be able to stop it. So we're at least going to be able to clear off some of these tokens. Oh, I spoke too soon. Wedding announcement flipped. So might take a little more time. All right. Painland and Toxrill, we get a Dusk Mangler. Be good for following up with. We will pull out Toxrill. Put all the counters on the dog. Opponent might throw away a spirit here just to avoid future slugs. Alright, they might have some removal for Toxrill then. Okay, Circle of Confinement. confines the dog to its quarters. Raffine's tower. Do they have the grasp for it? If not, we can start making slugs. Alright. They sacrifice a token. We get the slug anyway, but they draw a card. Alright, at the end of this turn we'll get 2 more slugs, and we've got another backup Invoke Justice to bring something back. I think we'll keep up the Wandering Emperor this turn and attempt to work up to the Dusk Mangler. So, no attacks. I don't think there's anything else down there worth justicing yet. We'll just pass. Yum, yum, yum. Part of the reason for loading up this deck with Toxrill was the logic I had was that people would note that Meathook Massacre was gone. They would want to go wide with a lot of tokens. And Toxrill just loves eating tokens. Well, opponent likely giving us the salty rope here. Toxrill, probably the one thing that this deck did not want to see across from it. Alright. Going to attackers. We'll head over to the end step, get a slug. They've likely timed out over there, but we'll pretend that they haven't. Safe to draw with this garden, I think. We'll try and set up lethal just in case we keep priority. The roping continues. Could be a disconnect, could be salt. If it's salt, I hope people do realize that, like, as a video that's destined for YouTube, I can just cut this out, right? All right. Well, either way, good game. That about does it.